Okay.
What's the problem?
Well, it's no problem. You got your best shirt on. Is this for your YouTube debut?
This is the shirt I had on at work today. This is the shirt I have. You can
Mm-hmm.
talk. I
I know.
notice. I notice a little more makeup.
Lipstick. The lipstick's on. Yeah. A little bit too much makeup because I wasn't sure. TV puts on £10
Yeah.
and the makeup never shows. So I thought I better put on a little bit more just in case.
All right. We should just say, for anyone who usually listens to us, nothing has changed. Apart from Amy playing up to the camera. So there you go. So
well, you text me earlier.
Yes.
Well, we should say welcome to Amy's Bubble.
Yes, welcome to Amy's Bubble. Yes, yeah.
Start from the beginning.
Right. Okay.
You text me earlier saying I've worked out this new thing of how to do a split screen, record a split screen for YouTube, so we can now put the podcast on YouTube, which would be brilliant.
Yes.
So I thought, yes, brilliant idea. But now people can actually see us. So normally where I'm in my joggers or, I haven't gone that far as to go into my pajamas yet, but where I'm in like my jogging bottoms and no makeup, hair scrunched up, I thought I'd better make an effort this time because I don't really want to traumatize anybody.
Yeah, but aren't I good texting you?
Yes, thanks for the warning.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, because, I know how girls are. They like to have the warning. Oh, I just noticed I haven't done. I normally have the microphone on top of this so I can bang the desk and it doesn't make too much noise. How's that? Does that sound better? Oh, yeah, world of difference. You'll notice I have adapted. Normally I have this screen and I decided that's too radio-y, so I've got it without.
Oh, yeah, I did notice that,
Yes.
yeah.
So hopefully I won't pop too much, but see how
oh, yeah, because these things, I mean, you can't see mine because I'm wearing black anyway.
Right.
But they stop you going pop, pop, pop.
Yeah. And instead of the big-arsed headphones, I have...
Oh, the ones like I've got, you mean?
Yes, I won the headphone war. I've got the little earbuds because, it's TV. In fact, you should only have one. And you should use... We can cross live. We can go there now. Yes, I'm just hearing. Yes, we can. Yes. Come in, Baghdad. Yeah.
And back to the studio.
Yeah, I'm back to the studio. But it doesn't feel right having one, so I got two.
So, is that a new birthday shirt?
No, it's my... Have you not... This is my shirt.
But you always wear check shirts. You never wear blue. Is blue for the summer?
I usually wear my commercial radio... What's the joke? I wear my commercial radio shirt at small checks. But
the ones that Julie lays out for you every day?
Yes. Yeah.
With little labels on to say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
There's not labels, but there is a system, yeah. I usually choose the one I like least of the available shirts, knowing that it only gets better from here. Really?
Really?
And if I do, I have a lot of small shirts with small checks, and I alternate them. So there will be a check shirt tomorrow.
I'll never forget the day you and Chris came in on the same shirt for the photo shoot.
They said the photographers were going to take our photographs for publicity. And we both had the same shirt. So Chris being Chris, he changed.
Oh, bless him.
Yeah.
So I've been really looking forward to speaking to you because happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy 29th birthday.
29th. Yeah, I got to 40 and I take a year off every year. So I'm 29. Yeah.
How was it second time round?
Yeah, it was okay. It was better than last year because last year nothing happened. I went to work and I came home. There was no. But this year, at work they came out with a cake and everything, and a card which they'd all signed.
Good.
I just want to point.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yes.
I phoned them and told them to.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well,
I said
you,
this
they
year.
Forgot last year.
This year, Graham needs a very, very special birthday. So I just gave them 2 weeks' warning, and said, can you just make it really special? I mean, I did consider turning up myself, but seeing as I don't get on with the boss anymore, I thought he might phone the police. So they all got together, and everything that they did was completely by themselves.
Good for them.
So they got you a card.
Yes, they did.
And they got you a cake.
Yes, they did.
And they got your present?
No, they didn't get me a cake. Chris's wife, she made the cake.
Oh.
Yeah. Isn't that nice?
She's good at cooking as well.
Yeah. And it was gluten-free.
Oh, nice.
You couldn't tell. It tasted like cake to me, so it was fine. Yeah.
Oh.
And they got me this card. Right.
Another. Can I read the front?
Oh, okay. The front.
Another year older, another year wiser.
Yeah.
Except when it comes to phones.
Computers or anything made after 1990. Right. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. But this is the bit I want to point out. You see, we have a new sales manager.
Mm-hmm.
And I found out that he wrote this. In fact, his name's underneath there. It says, Kevin, can you read what it says?
Happy birthday, get well soon. What? What's wrong with you?
That was my reaction. I'm thinking, what does he know that I don't know?
Are you feeling ill?
No. I got to the bottom of it. You know Mark, who works in production?
Yeah.
He fell off his bike a couple of weeks ago and hurt his shoulder and was off work.
Oh.
So you know what it's like in an office when cards come round? You're like, can you sign the card? Yeah, I'll card you. He's brand new. Mark, Graham, I don't know. He's thought, clearly this is a get well card for the bloke that's off. So he's busy. He's going, yeah, give us a get well soon. So you can see the get well soon there and then his signature. He's written happy birthday on the top later. When someone's gone, what the hell's this? Get well soon. And he's gone, oh, give it. But he hasn't crossed out get well soon. He's just, did he think I wouldn't notice?
Oh, bless him. At least he wrote in it. I mean,
Yes,
that was
at least
nice.
he did, yes.
It's
yes.
difficult when you've got new staff
Brand
and you don't know their names.
Don't know
and they
their
all
names.
look the same.
And someone hands you a card and you assume, well, it must be for the fella who's not in.
Yeah, not for the fact that you're on the radio and, your name's everywhere in the radio station and your picture's everywhere.
Yeah. So hopefully when he's out selling adverts, no one asks him who does the breakfast show.
Yeah.
Mark, Graham, something, I don't know. He's not well. Fell off his bike.
Oh, but it's nice that they made an effort for you, made you feel special.
No, it was great, yeah.
And you were waiting for a big parcel. Last time we spoke, you were waiting for a big parcel.
A parcel of cat food, yes.
Hoping for it to be a present. It was cat food. So what was the present that Julie got you?
Well, that's actually coming because that's the car, which is actually having the engine in it today.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I'm test driving it tomorrow.
Exciting.
But she did get me something cool. Hold on.
She always gets you.
She got me this.
I just forgot. I was talking. I forgot you couldn't hear me.
No, what were you saying?
I said she always gets you cool stuff.
Yeah. Oh, it's only very small, but it is cool. Look, it's...
A mixtape.
No, it's a tin.
Oh, that is good.
To put my guitar picks in.
Oh, nice.
So that's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, no, the biggie is the car. And test drive tomorrow, hopefully. Inspection on Friday. And who knows, maybe next week. Maybe this time next week.
And this is a Porsche 911.
Yeah. It's a 997 C4S. Four-wheel drive version. 3.8.
Nice.
Top speed. Just under 180 miles an hour.
Oh my God. But where would you need to go 180 miles an hour? You get arrested.
The problem I've got now is because 2 years and 1 month ago, I got a ticket for doing 56 in a 30, and they gave me 6 points. And then about 3 weeks ago, I did like 36 in a 30. I got another 3. I got 9 points now.
Oh,
so
no.
until the 6th of May next year, I have to drive bang on the speed limit.
Oh.
So I'll never know how fast it goes. Well, I've not yet anyway.
Yeah. Unless you take it for a journey over to Germany.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, then I'd be fine. Yeah.
Then you can go as fast as you want.
On the Autobahn. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen for a while. In fact, the car, not only am I restricted, the car's had an engine rebuild, so I'm going to have to run it in. I won't be able to do more than 4,000 revs. And so it'll, for the first couple of thousand miles. So I have to take it really easy anyway. So I'll ease my way into it.
That's a good thing because you'll just kill yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hate it when that happens.
Yeah. Kind of ruins everything, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it ruins your day. Yeah.
So when do you pick this up then? Next week?
Next week, yeah. But I could be test driving it tomorrow, as long as the engine rebuild went okay. tomorrow. Test drive.
Ooh,
Yeah.
exciting. And so what else did you do for your birthday? Did you go out? Did you go for a meal?
Not on the day itself, because the day itself was a Wednesday. We went out on the Saturday night.
Where did you go?
We went to the Hermitage around the corner.
Oh, it's nice there.
Yeah.
They do really lovely food.
They do. And last time I went, it was fish and chips on a breadboard. It wasn't a plate. And you know, there's a Twitter thing called We Want Plates, which I encourage you to go on. Everything was fine. The food was better than a plate. What did
really?
I have? I had salmon and stuff. It was in a bowl. Now, a bowl even better than a plate.
Why is this?
Well, it's got more edges, not less.
Yeah, but you only eat out of a bowl with a spoon. So how are you going to eat your salmon?
It's a big bowl, like a big bowl, not like a little...
Oh, not like a soup bowl.
Oh, it's like a big breakfast cereal bowl, wider bowl, right? So good. Until the dessert. And the dessert came on... What was it? It was an ashtray.
Really?
Well, it was like an ashtray. It was just like I don't know, like a flat... It was an ashtray. So I managed to... So it was a good result because, first of all, I got... The main course was on a bowl, which is better than a plate. And then the dessert was something I could photograph and put on We Want Plates on Twitter. So I still got that too. So, yeah. So
The best of both worlds, then, really. Because I was concerned for you. Julie did tell me you were going for dinner, and I thought, really hope that, it's not on a chopping board, because that would just ruin your birthday.
Yeah, totally. Well, I've had... I think I had ice cream on a roofing slate there last time.
Really?
Yeah. Because if you tell them it's your birthday, you do... so I didn't tell them. So everything was fine.
So they don't come out and sing happy birthday to you?
They don't do that, but you get some kind of... It's basically just like a roofing slate, and they just squeeze you some happy birthday message on it, and it's sweet, Yeah. So they didn't do that, so which is good.
Well, you've got a meal at the Tilbury.
Yes, thank you. You sent me. Yes,
quite a nice. It's a lovely place to go and eat. And I've checked. They do bring food on a plate.
Excellent. You actually checked?
Yes, yeah, I did. Yeah, I didn't want your birthday ruined.
Oh, thank you.
I did like to say, Graham hates eating things off a chopping board. Would you mind doing it just for him? They already bring it on a plate anyway, so you're fine.
Right.
You're fine. All sorted. So how's your week been then? So you had a big birthday.
Had a big birthday, and Mark is now back at work just in time for me to put my foot straight in my mouth. He'd fallen off his bike, this kid. He's like 23 or something. He's fallen off his bike, and he fractured his shoulder, seriously hurt it. And he'd been off for 3 weeks. So he finally came back yesterday, and I said, hey, Mark, good to see you back. When he's got his arm in a sling. And I went, trying to cheer him up. Could be worse. Could have been your right arm. And he goes, I'm left-handed.
Oh, no. That happens a lot. Yeah. It's 50-50.
Yeah.
We had a lady that comes into the salon, and she's in a wheelchair, and she was me and Mum were sat talking to her the other day, and she's quite a quiet lady. She always comes in with her dog, and it turns out she's a really, really good author, and she's just been on This Morning, and she had an awful accident with a train, which is how she ended up in a wheelchair. So I think she fell out of the train. I'm not very good at remembering the whole story.
I'm no expert, but I'm guessing if she ended up in a wheelchair, she didn't go under the train.
No, because she survived. But
yeah.
I think she got hit. But
by the train?
She had either that or she got stuck in the doors or something like that. It was getting off the train. Something happened to her. She had a really bad injury, and she's paralysed. She can't walk. So goes around in a wheelchair. She has this little dog that goes with her. So she's written a book about it, about the accident and her life, and it's become one of the top 100 books in the whole of the world. Yeah,
good going.
So she's been on This Morning. She's been on ITV.
I bet she wishes she hadn't had the accident with the train and didn't have the top selling book.
Yeah, probably. So she's telling us the story, and Mum says, "Oh, there's another good. Have you read? I like reading books. Have you read The Girl on the Train?" And I'm like, Mum, that is You can't talk about trains. The woman got hit by a train. Have you read the book, The Girl on the Train? It's like Tourette's. You say to mum, don't say anything. And that's the first thing that comes out of her mouth. I had a boyfriend once that was quite religious, and he went to church every Sunday. I did go to church with him to try and get into it because mum said it's like a hobby.
What, religion?
Yeah, I don't think it is. I think it's more like a life, a life choice.
I don't think it's something you just do on a Sunday.
No, she
What are you
said,
doing on Sunday? I was thinking being a bit religious. And then by Monday, not so much.
So that's what I did. So I went to church with him. Anyway, I brought him round to the house for the first time to meet Mum. I said, he's a really nice guy. He's very religious. So let's just try not to talk about God. If that's okay, let's just try to avoid that subject, because we are religious, but we're not we don't go to church every week, stuff like that. So the first thing that happens is we turn up, we walk through the door, and she says, "Hi, really nice to meet you. Really sorry, I've had a gin. I was a bit nervous." The guy doesn't drink. So I'm like, okay, here we go. So we go outside and sit down. Bless her. She's laid out this spread of food and she's got drinks, because she does get nervous meeting my new boyfriends. And then the first thing that comes into her head is, Amy's dad's brother, Amy's uncle, he's really religious. He goes to church all the time. You don't need to worry. We know about religion. We understand it. How religious are you? I'm like, Mum, what's the matter with you? You're supposed to not talk about these things. But she can't help it.
How religious are you?
Well,
what kind of question's that for a religious person?
Well, do you pray every night, or is it just once a week? Yeah, foot in mouth happens quite a lot.
Yeah, I think our neighbours for a while thought my dad was religious, because the local pub at the top of the street was opposite a church, and the pub's called the Chapel House. And he often used to say, I'm just off down the chapel. It was known as the chapel.
Ah.
And he would talk about going to the chapel. And, I always wondered if there was going to the chapel and he's gonna get bevied. But I don't know. A lot of people would have thought he was going to choir practice or something. The amount of times he said, I'm just going to chapel. So
he's not religious.
Why am I hearing you need a metal detector?
Oh, okay. This is my genius idea. So Blackjack, my horse, has to wear shoes. They're metal shoes. I think they're iron or something. And occasionally horses lose their shoes in the field. They just come off. It's where they have to be done every 6 weeks. And if they're not done every 6 weeks. Often? Yeah, 6 to 8 weeks. 6 weeks in the summer, because their hooves grow quicker in the summer.
Right.
And to be honest, Blackjack's feet aren't very good. They kind of crumble a bit. And I've given him all the extra things that he needs, the nutrients, whatever, but we struggle with his feet quite a lot. And he hasn't had shoes for 2 years because he's been resting, from his injury, and he's only just had them put back on. So I put them on the 2 front feet, thinking they might protect his feet when we go out for our little plods around.
Do you have to rotate them like tyres? Do you have to, the one that's on the front right, does that have to go on the back left? Do you have to do that?
No. They just have new ones.
They'd wear down, no?
Yeah. Okay. The idea is to help. The shoes actually have a lot more to them than just stop them from hurting themselves. They can help them balance. So if a horse is unbalanced, then the shoes can be put in a position and a certain size. The farriers are actually really clever. You get therapeutic shoes. It's quite. There's a lot going on. Anyway. His feet aren't great.
Do Nike do a set?
So, no, they should.
They should?
Yeah. So, last week, he lost a shoe.
Right.
So, he only had one, because I've only got his shoes on the front feet. So,
Why
he's
has
only
he not got them on the back?
Because I'd like for his feet to get strong, and not all horses need shoes on the back, because sometimes their back feet are stronger than their front because they put a lot of their weight on their front feet.
Right, okay.
So I thought I'll put 2 shoes on the front and then wait and see how his back feet get on. If they do okay, then he won't need shoes. As it stands, they're crumbling to bits, so they need shoes on the back as well.
Right.
So next time round, he'll have 4 shoes on.
Right.
But for now, he's only got 2. So he lost one. So I have to then try and find it in the field. Mm-hmm. And we've got a 4.5 acre field. It's huge. Trying to find a tiny little shoe in the middle of a load of grass.
I would say horseshoes are good size, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about that big.
Right.
He's got quite big ones. So what's that, 6 inches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, in grass that's that long.
Okay, right.
So you it's really tricky to see. And it could be anywhere. It's like finding a needle in a haystack.
And are they made specifically for each horse's foot?
Yes, yeah.
Right. Okay. So yeah. So it will be handy to find his old one.
It would be, because then I could put it back on, but I probably wouldn't. I'd probably just like throw it. It's more because to have a shoe in the field, the horses could stand on them and they've got nails in them. So the nail and the shoe could go right through the middle of their foot.
Oh, right. Okay.
And it will hurt them. And
Yeah.
it's just, vet spills coming out of your ears then.
Yeah.
So you have to find the shoe. So for 2 hours, I searched foot by foot this 4-acre field and couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'm just going to have to go back another day. I went back the next day and the farrier came and refitted another shoe for him.
Right.
And then the day later, he lost the other shoe. So now I've got two shoes missing in a 4-acre field. I mean, they could fly off. It could be anywhere. It could be in the bush. It could be in the field next door. But I'd really like to find them because I don't want to worry. I'm worrying. We've got a new horse going in tonight. The horses, when a new horse enters the original pack or the original herd, there tends to be a lot of galloping around and running around and a bit of fighting to start with. And I don't want one of them to run over the shoe and hurt themselves. Yeah. So I did some research on metal detectors because I thought that would be the best way. I'll be able to just go beep, 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 and be able to find it.
Uh-huh.
A professional one is £200.
What?
I don't have £200 to spend on a metal detector to find it.
No, this is to buy a metal detector, not to have someone come and do it.
Oh yeah, no, this is to buy one. So you can get professional ones.
But what about? I mean, you live in Dorset by the coast. What about those losers that go on the beach?
Yeah,
those guys.
Mm-hmm.
What about one of those guys? He would do it, I'm sure, for a couple of quid, wouldn't he?
So he's paid £200 for his detector. He probably won't want to. So, I put this thing on Facebook saying, does anyone have a metal detector?
Right.
And I got no response. So I thought, I'll just look at buying one myself because the amount that horses lose shoes, it's insane. So through my research...
Would you get 200 quid's worth of use out of it?
No. So I found a kid's one for 30 quid. I'll show you.
You bought a metal detector?
Yeah, but it's a children's starter metal detector.
Let's see.
So...
Right.
It was £30.
Well, it looks the part.
It's perfect. It's the right size for me.
Right.
It has all the beep, beep, beeps on it.
Turn it on. What's it do? Do you know how to work it? It looks...
Not really. It's got some sort of... says discrimination, operate. Right. Let me see if I can beep something. Beep my earrings. Oh, it's not working.
Yeah, because there must be metal in the head...
What would there be metal?
The metal microphone. There'll be...
There you go. So it's found metal.
Right.
Fun.
Right.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it works. So it's going... basically, I was searching the field for 4 hours altogether over the weekend. So I'm hoping
the metal detector? No, that was without.
This only arrived today.
You're all set. You're all equipped.
So I'm hoping that this will save my life. And then what I can do is hire it out.
Yeah. And then all you need is an anorak. And you can go down the beach just as everybody's leaving to try and find their change and their watches. It's basically stealing.
Yeah.
You can go and do that on the beach locally.
I might be able to find some proper money. That would be good.
More pool, sandbanks, beach. You never know what you might find.
Oh, yeah. A couple of Rolexes.
Never know your luck.
So that's it. I've got my very own metal detector for 30 quid. Couldn't believe it.
Might find some buried treasure.
They said it doesn't really go underground. It's just a kid's one. So I said, because I phoned them to ask, I said, look, I don't want to buy this if it's a waste of money, a waste of time. Will it be able to find a horseshoe on the top of the ground?
Right.
And they said, yeah, it would, but it probably won't go more than 4 feet underground.
That's pretty deep. 4 feet.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Could find a few pound coins.
You might well do. My prediction, you'll find silver paper and milk bottle tops.
What's silver paper?
Silver paper from the inside of cigarette packets.
Oh, really?
I think that's what you'll find.
Oh, well, I'll let you know. I'm going to go do it this weekend. I'm going to do the field first. You never know. I might find some money or some things there. Maybe some jewellery. And then head down to the beach because it's supposed to be really hot this weekend.
Right. So
So
you
loads of
are going to
people.
try and find people's belongings that they've lost, mementos, things with sentimental value.
Nice diamond ring would be fabulous.
Yeah, you're just going to ruin their Antiques Roadshow experience when it comes to pool.
But they've lost it already.
Yeah, I know, but you found it, so
Yeah, finders
the
keepers.
laws of finders keepers.
Oh, now you've made me feel bad.
Well, the horseshoe was yours. You own it, pretty much. You
Mm.
own the horse. You pay the farrier. That fine, but you find stuff on the beach. I've always been a bit uncomfortable with that. But those guys that go and do that, I just think, hey,
But look at my initiative. I've lost something, so I'm
yes,
doing something about it. If they
yes.
can't be bothered to go and find whatever they've lost on the beach by getting a metal
They don't know they've
detector,
lost it. They're halfway back to Nottingham before they realise Auntie Mary's ring has gone missing.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Anything that I find that I think might be sentimental value,
Yes.
I'll put on Facebook and
Right.
say, share this.
Yeah.
And if they like, if someone says, yes, it's mine and can prove it's theirs, then I'll give it back to them.
You know what might happen too?
What?
A shared interest. You might find that special bloke you've been looking for.
Ah? You never know.
Oh, you're a metal detector. What have you got? Oh, I've got the Z93. Oh, yeah, I used to have one of them. That's the starter one. That's the kids one. No, I'm moved up to the X2000.
Oh, you mean like an anchor man? I'm going to find an anorak.
Yeah.
I'm going to marry an anorak. I thought you meant like I might find a nice ring and then it might be his dead grandmother's, and then I give it back to him and then we fall in love.
See, this is another example of why your power of imagination is far in advance of mine. I'm thinking you might just meet a bloke who's also a metal detector. You're thinking a whole movie here. This is a whole rom-com of this ring that's found on the beach that has the key to your destiny.
The beautiful ending, fairy tale ending.
There was a survey actually came out this week, though, because I thought of you because you've been doing the online dating. It said you are more likely to find the love of your life playing online video games than you are online dating.
What kind of video games?
I don't know. I don't play them. But the people who play online video games against each other online, they're all talking to each other and chatting, and they've got a shared interest, and one thing leads to another. Next thing you know, it's a full-blown relationship. And it's
next thing you know, no, it's a 60-year-old man that likes children. That's what you get on video games. You get creepy guys that try to play with kids.
Just before, like, don't shoot the messenger. I'm saying this research has come out. And before you knock it, your experience exactly with online dating, which is exactly what we're comparing this to, you met a bloke in a psych ward.
Yeah, and the lesbian stalker.
Yes.
Who used to play video games.
Really? Online?
Yeah, online video games, yeah.
Right, okay. I don't know. Maybe there's just something about blowing somebody's head off with a machine gun that people find attractive. I don't know. Isn't that what happens in these games? Don't they shoot each other?
It's all a bit angry. There's a lot of anger.
This isn't the way you're going to go then. So you're not interested in that. You're not interested in trying to find a fellow metal detectorist.
No, I'm going for the fate.
The fate.
Fate, yeah. Fate is going to have a hand. Because
sorry. I thought because of the weather and the season, you were going to go to like a village fate. But
well, the yoga festival didn't work.
No,
did
it didn't, but
I
the
think
village fate. You're not talking about the village fate. You're not talking about picking up. You're not talking about dating the village idiot. You're not talking about that. No. What are you talking about then?
I'm talking about divine intervention. Mm-hmm. So I think fate might play a hand, because I was at the physio the other day.
Yes.
I have a
physiotherapy. How's that going? Is he still telling you to strip off before before you have to do the exercises?
Yeah, but I feel bad now because I found out he's got a girlfriend and he's gone on holiday with her, and he's just a really nice guy. So there was me getting all uncomfortable and working and everything up into the fact that he asked me to take my top off, but actually that's quite normal. So I went to see, so he's lovely, he's happy in his relationship. They've gone traveling, I think, for a few weeks. And I went to see him. And while I was waiting in the waiting room, let me tell you this first. I was waiting in the waiting room, and there was the receptionist who's about 45. What do you think of when you think of a doctor's receptionist?
Or somebody miserable, horrible. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, she was
a middle-aged woman.
Middle-aged, yeah, quite dowdy.
Bitter.
flowery dress. I'm not sure if she was bitter because she didn't really say much. But there's this guy also in the waiting room who was about her age, and he was, as I walked in, he was chatting away to her, talking about what he'd been up to at the weekend and where he was going, and that he likes water skiing and she should try water skiing one day. So I was the only other one in the room, so I tried to get involved in the conversation. I said, "Oh, I really enjoy water skiing. Have you been to New Forest Water Park?" And he looked at me and went, "Yeah," and then carried on talking to the girl. So I came to the conclusion that I think he fancied the receptionist, and he was talking to her because he wanted to kind of get some sort of relationship with her. And he didn't want me to.
Were they in each other's league?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they would have been fine. However, receptionist lady, bless him, was ignoring him. She just sat there typing on a computer, going, "Yeah, yeah. Oh, really?" And I wanted to say to her, I don't know if she was shy and she didn't really get the whole body language
just been,
thing.
I don't know, busy at work.
Yeah, she wasn't that busy. Okay. It wasn't busy in there.
Right.
But he stayed for ages, and he was really trying his hardest to make her laugh.
So
but
how old was he?
He was about 48.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, I think she was about 44. They looked around that age.
Right, okay. So this would have worked out, yeah.
It would have been perfect. So I wanted to try and get her attention to say, he really likes you, but she wasn't having any of it at all. And then I've been to do the horses, so I had quite old clothes on, not a lot of makeup, my hair shoved up, how I normally do the podcast. And it's I swear sometimes I just need... I need somebody to follow me around with sound effects, because it was at this moment I needed because the doors opened and the most beautiful man walked in. I mean, he was just gorgeous.
So you were in the waiting room?
Yeah, looking like shit. And he walks in and he had this shirt on and he had really nice jeans and really cool shoes, and he had long dark hair, not really long but cool long. And he looked about my age, and I got myself all in a fluster. I'm like, "Oh." And he walked in and he went, "Hi." I'm like, "Oh my God." And then he sat down. So I'm thinking, how can I have a conversation with him? I need to talk to him. But I didn't know this stupid man that's trying to come on to the receptionist, who clearly wasn't answering, was taking over the whole conversation with her. And
he's still going. This is all still going on.
He
right.
stopped. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay.
So I kind of caught eye contact with this guy.
Break the ice now. You're going to make your move.
What can I say?
All right. How's it going? I don't know. What do girls say to blokes?
It's so hard. So I smiled and said hi. So then I thought, because he was sat round the corner, I thought I'll go round the corner and maybe look at some leaflets, if there's some leaflets there. I walked round the corner and there was just a brick wall. There was nothing there. So I'm now completely humiliated, going, "Oh, I thought there were leaflets there. Never mind."
You walked into the wall.
I went back to my seats, which is where the leaflets were sat right next to me. So that was embarrassing. And then these other two physios came out and they started talking to him. We worked out he'd hurt his hand. And one of the physios says, George was talking to me about George, with George there. They said, "This is George. George is an international rugby player."
Now
Now
you've
really?
got your in,
Now
because your brother is an international rugby player.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I said, "Oh, really?" I said, "Who do you play for?" And he said, "Cyprus." And I said, "Oh, my brother played professional rugby. He played for London Irish and London Welsh." And he went, "Oh, did he?" That was where the conversation went. And then the physios took over and they were talking about his injuries. And then my physio came out and I'm like, "Oh, man, just no opportunity here." And my physio called me in. As we left, I had to book my next appointment. He was leaving and he turned around, another moment, smiled and walked out the door. I'm like, opportunity lost. Completely gone.
No. Bitter receptionist has got all his details.
But do I not look like a stalker if I ask
to the stage where you just can't be fussy now, though?
No,
You can't let that kind of thing hold you back. You need to strike up some kind of relationship with bitter receptionist. Get her to spill the beans. She's obviously got some kind of professional discretion. But if you just, said, if you just leaned over and pushed the book over and you happened to take a photo of it with your phone that's got his phone number in it, you're done, aren't you?
That would be
you need
good,
an accomplice. Actually, the more I think about it, the physiotherapist's waiting room, pretty good place to find athletic blokes.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
They're going to go for the physio from the sporting injury,
Yeah.
from the
And
skydiving or the bungee jumping or whatever it is, or rugby playing.
well, my physio does all the rugby players. He's like the
Oh,
main physio for the. I don't know why I hadn't thought of it before. It's a genius
you've got to
idea.
hang around in the waiting room more often.
Yeah.
Or better still, get a part-time gig as a bit of receptionist. Then they'll give you their details voluntarily.
Yes. Well,
That's
you
what
know
you've
how
got to do.
I was doing all this research for the psycho guy from online dating.
Yes.
So I got quite good at that. So I thought, well, I'll just find out who this George is. I know he plays for Cyprus. That's about it.
Oh, you decided to stalk him for real?
No, I decided to just find out who he actually is.
Do you know his last
So
name?
I do now because you just type in George rugby player Cyprus and he comes up straight away. So I got his surname, worked out he's friends with my brother on Facebook. My brother knows him.
You're in.
Yeah. So I saw Ben and I said, oh, Ben, I bumped into someone that you know in the physio, a rugby player. He's called George. And he went, yeah, I know. He sent me a message.
He sent you a message.
No.
He sent your brother a message saying what?
He sent my brother a message saying, I met your sister in the physio today. Now, how did he know? I didn't mention Ben's name. I didn't say my brother's name. I didn't say anything. I didn't say my name. How did he know that Ben is my brother?
Because at some stage, unbeknownst to you, in some kind of social situation, he's seen you and he fancies his chances.
I hope so.
You're pretty sure he's not married or gay?
Don't think he's gay, and I know there was no wedding ring.
Ah, well.
I
This could
know.
be it. How old is he?
About 26, I think.
The younger man.
Yeah, not fussy now. You know, you told me we can't
Yes, I
be
know.
getting
But,
fussy.
you know, he might be. You may have to lie about your age.
Well, it shows on Facebook what my age is.
Oh, does it?
We're now friends on Facebook.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
Hey, this is moving on. So
It
what's your
is.
next move?
So, well, then I went into Wimborne the other day. I had to meet my friend for a coffee. And as I'm driving down the road, I pass a cafe and there are two guys in there. And one of them smiles and waves at me. It was George.
It's
I'm like, yeah.
Cyprus boy.
Yeah, Cyprus boy. So I went to go and park the car. So I waved back. I went to go and park the car and thought, well, I'll have a little wander around and go and say hello. So I walked in and I went, I can't believe you must be following me everywhere. You know, I can't believe we bumped into each other again. Right. And this guy looks at me and went, oh, are you the girl in the car? And I went, yeah. I said, hold on. What? Are you not George? And he went, no, I'm Charlie. This was a guy I'd never met before that just happens to look like George. It could not have been more awkward. I said, do you not play rugby? And he went, no, I'm a student. I'm like, oh, man. So I just went, oh, it was really nice to meet you. And off I went.
But why? But this is like potential here.
Well, yes, but I think he was much younger than I thought. I think he was about 23.
Okay.
So that's too young. I don't want to
it?
go down
Okay.
to 23.
No.
Talk about embarrassing situation, talking to someone, thinking that you know them.
No, but you
And
don't
you-
even know the guy. You don't
I
even actually
know.
know Cyprus boy. You don't know him.
I know. What's happened to me? Turned into a stupid wreck.
But you're getting closer. At least you're having some contact. You're getting out there. You're advertising. You're letting people know you're available. 23 might have an older brother, the same age as Cyprus boy. You can't put all your eggs in the Cyprus boy basket. It might not turn out, but you got to, you know.
Well, no, because Cyprus boy, we're friends on Facebook, and
Okay.
he had the opportunity to send me a message. It's now been a week, and he hasn't sent me a message.
Have
So
you
I'm
sent
like,
him a
oh,
message?
no.
Well, you should move.
What do you think? I don't.
Yes.
No, I'm not going to go chasing people.
Well, you need to find some way. You need to find some in. You need to find some international rugby match that's on TV or something, and like say the family's invited me over to watch this game. I'm not so sure. I want to sound more knowledgeable than I am. What do you know? Can you let me know? Just some in.
Oh, I'll just use my brother. I said,
Yes.
look, Ben, just introduce us. Let's all just go for a drink. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Preferably with some warning so that I can put my makeup on, do my hair, and not look like such a tramp. That would be good.
sounds like... I've just noticed I'm yawning. I've been up
I
very
know.
early since 4 o'clock. It's not that you're boring. I've just
Did
noticed.
you forget that we're on YouTube now?
No,
We're
I've
on
kind of
TV.
realised now, and, I could yawn my head off when we were just audio. But now I'm doing the flary nostrils thing, and it's really a yawn.
It's all right. We'll
Right.
learn to ignore it.
Okay, thank you.
problem.
Appreciate that. So what's the next move with Cyprus Boy though? It sounds like he's the guy for you.
I mean, he sounds pretty good, but I haven't had any contact with him. So,
Well, you're gonna have to make a move.
shall I send him a message?
Send him a message saying, "Funny, I was talking about you on my podcast." Then you're windswept and interesting. And
But I don't want him to listen because then he'll hear all the other stuff. He'll hear the truth. I still need to protect this truth from him.
Okay.
Of how I found his name on the internet by Googling George and Cyprus rugby.
Yeah, that is going to be a bit stalkery-ish, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the last fella didn't like you talking about stuff. So
Oh, no.
if
Yeah.
this one knows that you are, you need to,
Could be a stop before it's even started.
Yeah, no, you got to get it started. But it's a principle of science. It takes more energy to get something moving than it does to keep it going once it's rolling. So you got to get it going. You got to put the energy in now at the beginning.
Okay. Well, I think I'll send him a message.
This is encouraging stuff, though.
I'll let you know.
Right. Okay. Well, I look forward to hearing about that on the next Amy's Bumble.
And then I had a bit of a traumatic week with children. With children. Is that your Skype that keeps going off, or is that mine?
I don't know.
Sorry, it's beeping away.
Children.
So if my friend phoned me and she said she's married with 2 kids, really good friend of mine.
What ages?
And her 4 and 6 or
Right.
7. Yeah,
Handfuls.
so she's got a little girl who's 7 and a little boy who's 4.
They're rubbish pets, aren't they?
They are, yeah. But these 2, they are gorgeous kids. They really are. Very well behaved, so respectful. Say their please and thank yous. You say, "Thank you, James," and he says, "You're welcome."
Oh,
Just
that's nice.
really adorable, yeah. So my friend's husband went away for work and she asked if I would go and stay with her because she had to look after her mum's hotel for the weekend.
Mum of the kids.
No, grandmum of the kids.
Grandmum of the kids. Got it.
Yeah. So I've got a friend
Yeah.
whose mum owns a hotel.
Yeah.
And when she goes on holiday, my friend goes and looks after the hotel,
Right.
looks after the guests, does
she's got 2
breakfast.
kids.
That's it. She's got 2 children.
Don't want them
and
in
a
a
husband.
hotel.
So the husband was away for 4 days. So she asked if I would go and stay and keep them company because it's just a bit safer having 2 people around than it is her being by herself with the kids and having to check in the guests and all the rest of it. So it was great. I had a lovely time. She cooked me home-cooked food every night. It was a really, really lovely time. The issue came when I had to take James to a kids' party on the Sunday.
Right.
So she had to look after the guests. And I said, "Don't worry, I'll take him to the party. It's no problem." 2 hours I was sat there. Have you ever been to a children's party?
When I
James,
was a child, I went to many.
yeah. Well, they're fun when you're children. But the torture these mums have to go through, I mean, it's anything to put you off having children. James is such a good boy. He really is amazing. He wasn't the issue here. The issue was we walk in and it's like a shark tank of other mothers and they all look you up and down as if to say, "Well, you're not his mum. Where's his mum?" So I feel the need to explain, that Emma's working really hard and that I said that I'd bring James to the party for the day. And that each one of them is just going to pick you off one by one and they're going to find out everything that they can about you in the first kind of 10 minutes. So I was like, right, phone out, head down. Don't want to speak to anybody because you have to be so careful in these situations.
Got to
what
put
you
up a
say.
wall. Got to put up a wall. You
Absolutely.
don't because anything you give them will be exaggerated and it'll be,
Yeah, have you heard her?
yeah.
The single one that does her podcast from home that dates crazy guys. That's, looking after children. She's not qualified. Clearly, I wasn't qualified. So the first thing is they go into this play area, and then I really am no good with kids, Graham. So all I can hear is screaming and screaming, high pitched, top of the voice screaming. And it's like anything to give you a headache. I've hidden around the corner so that I don't have to sit with the other mums. I'm quite, you know me, I'm quite a sociable person.
Yes.
And normally, I'd be the first to strike conversation. But these women scared me. they know about this stuff. I
Something
don't.
happens to a woman when they become a mother, and they become quite scary.
Yes,
And
they do.
everything that you do can become a problem. I once there was a general manager of a radio station, and he picked me up one day. It was when I was in Australia. I didn't have a car, and he picked me up to take me out to this thing to see somebody flying microlights. Long story, I can't remember why. But he had his whole family with him, and we stopped on the way at was it a convenience store or a petrol station or something? And I just went and bought a soft drink. Well, you never heard the end of it, because it's like the kids wanted the soft drink. Now, what did you have to go and buy the soft drink for? Did you?
Oh, no.
I just wanted a can of drink. It's like, so I just went and got one. Yeah, but you little kids that couldn't do that. Oh, they're not my kids.
Oh, no, you can't buy one and not give to the other.
Well,
I mean, that's just unfair. That's
and
World
you can't
War
just
Three.
buy one for yourself.
No.
Even though you're not even connected to the family at all, other than they're giving you a lift somewhere.
Well, this place was so hectic that even James came out of the play pit and went, Amy, can I come and sit with you? And I said, yeah, of course you can, James. I said, are you okay? He was like, I've got a headache. I said, no, I know, me too. We'll just sit here quietly for a minute. So there's a thing with 4-year-olds where they're not very good at knowing when they need to go to the toilet.
Aren't they?
No, they sometimes they forget, they get excited and they're playing and all the rest of it. So I was very aware of this. So I said to James before we went in, James, you must tell me if you need to go to the toilet because, it's just really important. He said, yes, no problem. So he runs in and plays again. And then we all get called downstairs for food. And there's 20 children there. It's all laid out, with the crisps and the sweets and the strawberries and the kids whose party it was, she's crying because she didn't get any strawberries and someone else is crying because they want to sit next to their friend and it was all, and there's little James.
Hell.
It was. And there's little James, bless him. He's just happy as Larry sat, with his little buddy getting his food. And then it came to the ice cream time and he basically dropped the ice cream everywhere. And I said, oh, just use your fingers. Don't worry about the stick. Just use your fingers. It'll be fine. And he looked at me and went, I need a spoon. And I went, pardon? He went, I need a spoon. I went, you need a poo? Okay, let's go. Let's go straight through. And he went, no, Amy, I need a spoon. And I went, yes, we're going to the toilet now. And he went, no. And one of the other mums went, he needs a spoon.
They understand kid. They can speak fluent kid. You're not fluent yet. You haven't got the second language.
And bless him, he's got a very tiny little lisp. I'm trying so hard to understand him, and I was just so worried that he was going to need the toilet. Oh, it was probably one of the most hardest 2 hours I've had in a long time.
Were they posh kids?
The other kids weren't, no.
Oh, because posh kids. I know. I had a producer once at the BBC. Her name was Tori. And she was very posh. She was from Marlborough in Wiltshire. And she said that her first day at school, somebody came up to her and said, would you like to go to the toilet? And she went, yes. And they took her to the toilet. It's Memphis. I'm in the middle of a thing.
Memphis the cat. He always comes to say hello.
I know he does. Anyway. Let's move over. I'm talking to Amy. So anyway, she said, would you like to go to the toilet? And she went there. She didn't realise what it was. That in their house, they never called it the toilet. It was
what do they call it?
Either the loo or the lavatory. That's how posh they were. She thought the toilet had something to do with toys.
Oh, bless her.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, that could have been a factor too.
Yes. Yeah. We got through it though.
Right. Okay. He didn't need to think there's no accidents.
No, he was as good as gold.
He got a spoon. He
got his spoon. Yeah. And then birthday cake came out.
His mother is never going to talk to you again. Does she watch this?
Yeah, no, I told her. Oh no, we birthday cake, candles were blown out, spat all over.
Right.
Happy birthday was sung.
Yes.
We got the goodie bag and we were out.
Right.
We were straight home.
Did anybody video the happy birthday?
No,
the singing
not
of the
my
happy
response.
birthday?
Oh, I missed, the fact that I'd been there for 2 hours and managed to avoid actually having a deep conversation with anyone because I was quite scared. Mm-hmm. This woman cornered me, the one who told me that he needed a spoon, not a poo. And so she's already made me feel awful because I
Yes.
can't even understand the poor child.
Yes.
And then she decides to tell me her whole life story in 10 minutes of how she's grateful that she's had the child and how she was told. I mean, it's a sad story.
She wanted some adult company. She wanted to talk to an adult. She's dealing with kids the whole time. The woman's gone stir crazy and offloaded it on you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I had her. It was like it was like verbal diarrhea of everything that's ever happened to her life. Of how the boyfriend that she was with, she got pregnant when she got told that she couldn't get pregnant because she's only got one ovary because she's got endometriosis, which is what I've got. I've got endometriosis, but I've got two ovaries. So then she thought she couldn't get pregnant, and then she found out she was, and then she's had another one, and how it's a miracle, it's amazing, but she doesn't want any more because she can only cope with two. I'm like, wow, I thought I could talk, but that's like, I've only known you for 10 minutes. Quite insane. So, birthday cake done. Happy birthday. Goodie bag. We're out of there. We're in the car. We're on the way home. I get home and I obviously looked a mess. Hair was everywhere. And Emma goes, "Are you okay? You survived." And I said, "Yeah, please don't ever ask me to do that again." Because one thing is wanting to have children one day, but I think I'm put off for a really long time now.
So you had half a day and that was all you could take?
All I could take,
These
yeah.
people have every waking second.
I don't know how
You
they
had
do it.
half a day.
The thing is, you like your own children. I liked James and Jessica because they're lovely, and I like my godkids. It's other people's children. I mean, they're just walking infections on stilts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You can't touch anything. I really fancied a bit of that pizza that was there, and you see them sticking their fingers places and then grabbing the pizza. It's like, oh.
And the thing is, the way that they're just walking bundles of disease, ready to pass it on to you. Yet the parents don't see that and try and protect the children from infection. I don't want to go in there. He might get a cold. What are you talking about? He's just been put his fingers in his hands, everything in his mouth. What are they? Why don't they see that round the other way? What happens to them?
I don't know. They just lose it, don't they? I just hope, keep my fingers crossed, that I just want to be a really good mom. I'm not saying they're not. They were good.
Wait a second.
But
You haven't even been on a date with Cyprus Boy yet.
I might
Now
not be-
you're giving birth. You're having
Might-
his child.
it might not be with Cyprus Boy. It could be with anybody. At some point, I want children.
It could be with anybody. It's hey, tick, tick, tick.
Well, this was the thing. I was worrying about the clock running out. But actually, after that party, I just think I'm not ready.
You're not ready.
No.
I bet no one's ready for that.
No.
You know, at the age of 4, I'm still coming to terms with that my sister came along. And I had to share my parents' love. You know, for that to happen again, for something to come into our life to distract Julie from me being the center of her attention all the time whenever I don't think I could cope with that.
I think that happens to a lot of men because they do struggle with the whole giving attention thing, don't they? Although, saying that, there were quite a few dads there on Sunday.
Well, I'm only just getting... I mean, I spoke about it last week when there was a package that Julie wanted to make sure arrived and was signed for, and it was the day before my birthday, and I thought this must be for me, and it was for the cats. So if it was kids' cool stuff right now, I'm kind of accepted, that if something cool comes into the house... It's either for me or the cats. To have it even diluted, it could be for me, could be for the cats, could be for the kids. It's another step down.
The fact that you put the cats over the kids. It could be for me, could be for the cats, could be for the kids in the cupboard out the back in the garage.
I don't think I'm ready either.
No. But yeah, it was very eye-opening, that's for sure. Genuinely though, the 4 days that I spent with them, I thoroughly enjoyed. It's because
Oh, when it was just the kids, was it not other people's kids as well on top of that, right? So
when it's just the kids that I care about, that I like. That's amazing. It's when it's the other ones that come in that you're like, oh, I don't like you. Is that wrong?
No, but you want to. I had an incident.
Yeah, of course.
With she would have been a niece, wouldn't she? We were at Julie's parents' place, and Julie's brothers and sisters are incredibly fertile, and there's a lot of kids, and I don't keep up. with all the kids and the names. Anyway, one of them was just being really annoying, and I ended up turning to the kid and saying, "You know what? I really want to like you."
You didn't.
I did, and then it went really quiet. I did.
No.
It seemed like the obvious thing to say. I would want someone to tell me that. I'd want to know. I'd want some notes.
What feedback?
Yes.
This is how you are today.
Yeah. You know
Interestingly,
when you
though,
do that, it really annoys everybody. Stop it.
Out of all my friends that have children, I like them. I genuinely
You like
like
the friends
kids.
or the children?
I like the kids. I like the children. And I think that my friends are brilliant mums.
Right.
And I love their honesty. I've got a friend. In fact, you know her,
Who?
Nina. Nina. We used to work with her at 2CR. She was a travel girl.
Didn't she hook up with a fireman? Wasn't he a
She
fireman?
did, yeah. She is so honest about her son. I love it. Her Facebook posts are hilarious. They're like, she'll put a Facebook post going, "I'm really sorry for the people in aisle 3 of Tesco's today when Fred decided to throw himself on the floor and scream and have a hissy fit because he couldn't have a chocolate. However, I couldn't give in to him having a chocolate, otherwise he'll never learn no." And I just think that's brilliant because that's normal. Because another friend of mine, Nikki, she's just had a baby and she's going through, like literally just had a baby. She's going to baby class and stuff. And all these other mums are so judgmental of, well, you should be doing this and you should be doing that and you shouldn't be feeding her this and you shouldn't be feeding her that. And everyone's got their own opinion that she's just like, I don't know what to do. And then she said to me, I feel like I'm a really bad mum and everyone else's babies are really good. I said, no, they're lying to you. People don't tell you the truth. They're not going to tell you that their babies are screaming every night and that they can't sleep and that their husbands aren't doing anything because they're going to work in the day. They're not going to tell you the shit. They're just going to say, yeah, it's amazing. It's like a fairy tale. Nobody tells you that pregnancy is painful, the baby's kicking inside you, and then nobody's going to tell you that stuff.
No, because they want you to go through it, damn it, because they had to.
They had to, exactly. So, I love Nina because she's just so honest about it. She just puts it out there. And, yeah.
I once knew it was actually a general manager radio station. It was his partner. She was a midwife. They had no children. And I said, that seems unusual to me. Why? I deal with them every day. I know what they're going through. She goes,
exactly.
And she even said, one woman was giving birth and the woman was screaming blue murder, and she turned around, she said to the woman, she said, this is the easy bit. This is the midwife. Yeah, midwife with no children.
Clearly no bedside manner either.
No, but that's apparently, I wasn't there, but she told us this tale. Yeah,
Have you ever watched?
She didn't like children. She's like, what is it in Hiding High, the Punch and Judy man that hates kids? She's like that version, the female version of that. She's you don't like children, are you going to be I think I'll be a midwife.
Oh yeah? Why would you do that? Have you ever watched One Born Every Minute?
No.
What? I don't understand. Why would they show you that?
Yeah.
I watched that for the first time last year. I'm not going to want children after watching that. I see everything.
Yeah. No.
It's wrong, isn't it?
It is wrong. Yeah, I don't know why. But that's not entertainment. Whoever said, you know what, I reckon this would make a really good TV show.
I much prefer the lies. Stick with the lies. Yeah. So yeah, quite eventful weekend.
Sounds like it. So what do you got coming up?
Nothing.
Really? You've got Cypress Boy to track down.
I got nothing.
You've got Cypress Boy to track down.
Yeah, I know.
He's your only hope.
Did you see the tweets from, I love this. Thank you I need to say thank you to you for listening, because did you see the tweets from Sarah and Smithy that we got the other day?
No. Oh, they were they were going on a road trip to Cheltenham and they were taking the podcast with them. Probably because they knew that by the end they'd feel better about themselves. Don't you think?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Their lives were much more chilled out. Less drama. And they downloaded a load of our podcasts and then were listening to it for the journey. But I just want to say thank you, because it kept me highly entertained, because Sarah was tweeting me as she was listening to bits.
Oh, what did she like?
So, well, it's not so much what she liked. I think she was shocked. She said, Matt and Nicole, shocking. Remember, I was talking about Matt and Nicole, the lesbian stalker.
Oh, right. Yeah. Right.
Last week's episode.
They didn't hear the really deep very personal one, did they?
No, that's so many episodes ago that I thought we'd kind of lost that one now.
All right,
But
laugh nervously,
thanks for
move
bringing
on.
that back
Okay.
up. Yeah, yeah.
All right. Right.
That was very personal for you, but it was very personal for me, and I felt I
No,
needed
it
to
wasn't
share.
very personal for me at all. I wasn't even on it, and I'm so glad.
No, I
It
know,
was
but
very personal for you.
yeah, but it's too deep for you. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Ah, so funny. Let's move on. So, yeah, Sarah was tweeting. So what I liked was being able to share with her where she was within the podcast. I knew what bit she was listening to.
Right.
I really enjoyed that.
Right, great. Well, good for her. If you can, maybe your purpose in life, and everybody has one, maybe your purpose in life is to serve as an example of what not to do.
Thank you.
To make
Thank you very much.
make people feel better. I don't know how it works. She was
It's
getting
pretty,
something from it.
it is pretty crazy, though, isn't it?
Yes,
It's insane that this is one person's life.
yes,
You'd
yes,
almost think that I asked for it, but I genuinely don't. These things just happen.
yes. Every week, you talk about things that happen to people like once a lifetime.
Why do they
You
happen
get
to me?
52 a year.
I know. It's quite insane, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, to top it off, the boiler's gone and the fridge freezer's gone in my flat as well.
Where are you living now? Because you were kind of homeless for a little while there. Once your landlord, who was your boyfriend,
The one we
didn't
never
work-
speak
the
about.
one- yeah, didn't work out. You moved to your hometown. However, your flat, you were renting out. So
Still being rented out. So I've had to move home. I've had to move back to mum and
with your
dad's
parents.
with my parents at 30. Why do you hold your hands in
I
your
can't
head?
even stay with my parents. I go up to visit my parents. I'd stay in a motel. There's no way. In fact, they moved to that house. I think it was about 1998, 1999. I've never spent a night there. Ever.
Really?
Never. No, it wouldn't work out. I couldn't do it.
Well, Joe, I was kind of embarrassed the fact that I had to move home, but I'm not now. They're cool. They're really cool. They just let me do my own thing. It's good. It's actually really easy. It's much easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like when I was 16, holes in the wall, screaming doors, slamming, arguments every night. But it hasn't been like that at all.
Maybe that's my problem, because I haven't actually lived in my parents' house since I was 21, when I was abandoned on the other side of the world. That was the last time. So I'm thinking maybe back to that. So all up until then, it wasn't going that well.
I haven't lived with mine since I was 21. I moved out then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing really well, adapting back
Thank you.
What are you going to do, though, if things move on with Cyprus Boy?
I'm going to move back to the flat. I didn't even tell you the flat situation, did I?
No.
So when I moved to Hertfordshire, I rented my flat out, and the girl that rents it, really, she looks after it. It's beautiful. Some people, you've got to be scared because some people, or careful because some people trash. They don't treat it like your home.
Yeah.
She treats it like it's a home. It's beautiful. So I didn't know what to do, and I don't like the thought of kicking somebody out of their home. It makes me feel uncomfortable. So I was just building up the courage to have a conversation with her to say, look, I'm back. I just want to know where you're at, because if you're going to sign up to this for like the next 12 months, then that's cool. I'll go and rent somewhere else. Mm-hmm. But if you're planning on moving, then, I need to know, and then I'll move back in. I don't want to be signed up to a 6-month or 12-month contract somewhere else. And then in 2 months' time, you come along and say, I'm moving. And then I've got that flat to pay for and wherever I'm living to pay for. So I was just building up the courage to talk to her. And then she asked for a chat with me, and she told me she was pregnant.
Well, that's it. You're stuck now.
I can't ask her to leave.
No, you're stuck.
She's pregnant. She's having a baby. I know. So this was about 8 weeks ago. So time's gone on. Luckily, she's planning on moving anyway. So she wants somewhere else.
Out.
Yeah. So she wants somewhere else to bring up the baby with a garden, all the rest of it. So that's great. I move on the 1st of September.
So you're living at home right now, but on the 1st of September, you're moving home.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's good news.
Moving back home. At least I've got
So
it
where
back.
are you right now?
In the dining room.
Yeah, I was
of
going to say, because
my-
that painting behind you is not
Isn't
something
it
you would have
shocking?
selected.
No, but we think
that is your parents' house.
no.
That
Yeah,
is-
but yes, it is my parents' house. In fact, that's not fair because that doesn't do my parents any justice because that photo is shocking. But they have a few photographs that they got given years and years and years ago that are supposed to be worth a fortune.
All right, well, maybe you could,
Yeah.
when you move out.
I think that might be one of them. Yeah. Well, it better be worth something because it's god ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would hope
Do you
they've
want to
got
see?
that
Do you
because
want to see a picture? This is their wedding day.
Oh, that'd be nice. Where's that?
Yeah.
So how long ago was this?
Oh, let
What
me see
you-
the whole house here. Hold on.
right.
You're not going to be able to hear me
Okay, that's
for a
okay.
minute. Hold on.
So I won't ask you when this was, but I might be able to tell by looking at the fashion, because that is the carbon dating of the wedding photograph, is the fashion. It's quite reflective. I'm getting a bit of a. You need to powder it off for the shine, but that looks like a proper. That looks like a painting. That doesn't look like a wedding photo. That's really nice. From what I could see from your dad's suit, it looked to me that was an 80s wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
1982.
There-
2 years
ooh.
before I was born.
Wow. Right.
Yeah, she was 21 and he was 23. They
It's
met
a nice
when...
picture though. That's kind of atmosphere. It's arty.
Could you see it?
Yeah.
Could you
There's
see
a
it?
little bit sharp. There's a bit of a reflection, but it was arty. Yeah.
It's beautiful. Mum was 15 when she met Dad, and Dad was 17, and they had their 32nd wedding anniversary this month, 4th of
well
June.
done.
Isn't that nice?
Yes, nice. Yeah.
Shows that marriage can work if you work at it.
It shows that someone in your family can keep a relationship
I
together.
think exactly. I think that's why she worries about me so much.
I mean,
She's like, Amy, you can't be fussy, you know. You just got to go with it. I'm joking. Yeah, no, because they've been together so long. Yeah, she can't understand why I'm still single. Neither can I, really.
neither can I.
I don't believe you. Go on, then tell me, why am I single?
I don't know. I would say that you know your own. You're a maverick. You know your own mind. You like what's there. You don't like being told what to do. And relationships are give and take. Now I'm only talking from a.
hang on.
Well, the only environment I've been in with you is a work environment, and you in a work environment, you do like to help. If someone maybe in a more superior position to you is not taking full advantage of a situation and you have a superior knowledge, then you will just tell them and will help them. And, if that is the same way in a relationship, I don't know, I'm just guessing, there might be a few fellas that might not kind of enjoy that kind of critiquing.
Oh, no, I'm nothing like I am
Oh,
at work.
well, there
at
you
home.
go. All right.
Yeah, no, I'm proper chilled
Yeah.
out. They do whatever they like.
Well, what do you put it down to?
Everyone's stupid. No, not really. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I find it
I don't
really
think it's worth
hard.
thinking about. I don't
No.
Because I can remember my mates, before I met Julie, in fact, Dave Janes, who ended up being my best man, we were talking about marriage or something. And he actually turned around, and he was my best friend at the time, and he said to me, "No one's going to marry you." And everybody around, the rest of my mates all went, "Yeah." There was nobody said, "Oh, that's not fair. No, I think he'll find some." No, that was kind of, yeah, that's about right. No one's going to marry you. Jeez. So you just never know.
I've been surrounded by people that are happily married. Like you've been married, Julie, for 28 years. Mum and Dad have been married for 30 odd years. My grandparents have been married for like 70. My aunties and uncles have been married. Like everybody has been married for a really long time. And I value marriage. I really do. And so because of that, I'm not going to just be with somebody for the sake of it. And
Just
I think
because
that's
he's an
my
athletic
problem.
Cypriot rugby player, for instance.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, because he could be that, but
Or
he could
even
be a cheater.
if you drive past somebody who looks a bit like an athletic Cypriot rugby player. Close enough. It's him. You're not gonna just run into anything like that or find yourself in any embarrassing situation like that. No, you're gonna weigh things up carefully and decide.
I think no, it is true. I think that's why I'm still single. Because there's a few boyfriends I could have married.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
But yes, there was Mike.
Which one was he? Which was the one we spoke to?
He was one. We spoke to Mike.
No. He was
but at
not
the time, he wasn't going to commit. Now, I was prepared to commit to him, but he couldn't commit. He was cheating. So
yeah, and he didn't really feel, even when we spoke to him, this is probably about 6 months ago now, isn't it? We spoke to him, and he kind of was in the same kind of headspace, wasn't he?
Yeah, which shows that we're obviously not right for each other. But what I'm saying is, I'm not afraid of commitment.
He's not right for anyone.
Oh no, he is. He is. He's grown up. He's grown up now, definitely. But remember, you're on YouTube. Everyone can see your raising of your eyebrows and holding your head in your hands in shame, and so you're thinking, what are we gonna do with her?
I don't know. I do actually think you should explore Cyprus Boy a bit more, though. I think.
No, we'll give it a go.
Yeah.
I'll send him a message.
And
I'll do that.
the good meeting story. The where did you meet is an important story. We met in a physiotherapist's office. He was having treatment for a rugby injury, and I was having topless massage with the bloke, and I just found out that he was married. So and this other bloke was trying to chat up the bitter receptionist. And you've got a great meeting story. The meeting story is the foundation for the great relationship.
Okay.
So
Right.
you're off and running. You just need to keep going.
Well,
More energy to keep it going. Just get it started and to keep it going.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know on that and the metal detector.
Metal detector.
Yay!
Yes.
If I find the shoes.
Yes. Find the shoes.
Thanks so much, Graham. What have you got planned for the weekend?
I'm going to Middlesbrough.
Oh.
To the TFM radio station reunion. I think it's the 40th birthday of a radio station that doesn't exist.
Oh yeah, because they shut down, didn't they?
Yeah, well,
and didn't you get fired from there?
No.
Why are they inviting you back?
No radio station survives when I leave. Once you go Mack, you can't go back. There isn't a single radio station that exists in the same state in the UK. In Australia, 2GO, 2PK, and 5SE are all pretty much exactly the same as they were when I was there. They're local radio stations, pretty much the
Haven't
same.
evolved, though.
No. First UK radio station, 2CR. Doesn't exist anymore. Does not exist. It's been gobbled up into some... I think it's part of a heart.
It's been knocked down.
And the building has been knocked down. The building has been knocked down. Right.
It's flats. It's painful.
Second radio station I worked at was in the northeast, in Gateshead. It was called Century Radio. Doesn't exist now. There is another station there called Heart, but it's different. It's not the same radio station, different owners. Next radio station I worked at, BRMB in Birmingham. Doesn't exist. There is a radio station there with different owners called Free FM. Doesn't exist anymore. The next radio station I worked at was in Nottingham, was called Century. Doesn't exist. There is a news radio station there with different owners called Gem FM. Next radio station I worked at was back to 2CR. We've already had the 2CR story. Next radio station I worked at was TFM. Doesn't exist anymore. The station is now, although the name still exists, there's no local programming. It is just a networked version of Metro radio station in Newcastle. Next radio station I worked at was the Swindon opt-out of BBC Wiltshire. Doesn't exist now. That breakfast show cancelled. There isn't a single... When I leave a radio station, bad things happen. Bad things happen. Anyway, so I'm going to this reunion. They're always awkward because I was there for 4 years. The thing was there for 40 years. So there's only going to be the people I know who were there for those 4 years.
Yeah.
And there, the girls are going to be playing the contest of fat to see which one has got the fattest since they last saw them. And the blokes are playing the contest of hair to see the ones that have got the most hair and which one's the baldest. That's it. So I don't know how it'll go, but that's
and also
Friday
the
night.
contest And also the contest of who's actually managed to stay in radio.
Oh yeah, well I think I'm okay with that one because I've managed to cling on, but most have not. In fact, I know of the bloke that stole my job, which is what he did. He went out of his way to take it off me. He is he's I think he's fixing microwaves or something. It's not even close. He's
That's
not
karma.
I don't know what I can't say too much because that could happen to me tomorrow. So,
Yeah, okay.
So that'll be interesting.
Well, have fun, and you'll be able to rock up in your new Porsche.
No, I won't have it by then. It's Friday. It's Friday night. Friday night.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you enjoy the test drive tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope that goes ahead. It all depends on how the rebuild goes today. The final bits of the rebuild. Yeah.
Good luck. Let us know.
Thank you. All right.
Cool. So thank you so much for thanks for that. I enjoyed today.
Yes, it was good fun.
I feel like we got a lot off our chests.
We did. Yes.
Put the world to rights.
Yes.
If you want to follow you on Twitter, what are you at Graham Mack?
At Graham Mack on Twitter. You'll find me through mackmedia.co.uk. There's a blog, WordPress. You just put Graham Mack in Google, or they all come up. You're
on YouTube as well.
Yeah. Right now.
We're not live. We're not live streaming.
No. That's a whole different deal, isn't it?
Oh, okay. So what's the YouTube channel?
I don't know. Just Graham Mack YouTube. Go to YouTube, Graham Mack. Yeah,
Graham
you
Mack.
can see my home. There is a video there. You can see me growing up from birth to the age of 16.
And why you hate kids?
Yes. It's all there. It's all revealed. Cool. Yeah.
And you can follow me on at Amy Stevenson1. Thank you. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for today, Graham. I do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on again. Great.
We'll what we do, catch up with you next week?
Yeah, let's do that.
Awesome. Okay, speak to you then.